Hey, what's up, everyone? I'll be your host today, and I will be serving you uh, today. Professionally, I am in the financial industry, mainly in bank loans and insurance protection. Let's talk about what today's event will bring. So we have our guest speaker today, Eugene. Eugene is a founder of Lifeline-ID, a sports and medical identification bracelet suitable for everyone and anyone young and old. He has background in advertising, media strategy, and radio production, handling automotive communications, F&B, and at property clients. Okay, Lifeline ID is founded for almost 7 years ago. And this little bracelet has gone leaps and bounds with representations in the Olympics, wow, SEA Games, and wore by national athletes. And also at a lot of international events like KL Marathon, Ironman Triathlon. So that is quite a lot of profile that Lifeline ID is actually carrying. So without further ado, let's welcome Eugene. Hey Eugene,
Hello, good evening.
welcome to the show, and I'm really honored to have you with us today. So tell me,
Thank
how
you
have
for
you
having
been
me.
doing?
I'm doing good so far, keeping busy. Work is okay. There are no sports events, but work is still okay. A lot of my business is online, so it's going as it should be. I haven't shaved in a while, but that's all right.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, the sports currently is not ongoing, but Lifeline ID, I don't think Lifeline ID is just about sports, right? Anyone can just get
Yes,
on
correct.
what Lifeline ID. Okay, so during this MCO here, any secret projects that you have been working on?
Secret projects is we have a big event actually in June, and that's when we usually launch new colors, new styles, and things like that. But of course, that event has now been cancelled. So we are working on other things with
I see.
we're working
Okay,
on other things
okay,
just to bring it
okay.
in. We have other things that are
I
coming in.
see.
Mm.
So, Eugene here is actually a Vic sports person. He is I think every sports event that Malaysia has, I think you have been there, right?
Well, I not all. There are so many. When it was not MCO time, like I say last year, every weekend there is a sports event all over the country. So it depends. Our myself and my team's availability, see where we are. We're a small crew, so we try to get to most of the sports events. I'll say most of the sports
Yeah.
events.
I mean, actually, me and Eugene has been Facebook friends, and also we also keep quite close in contact with each other. So I sometimes I see a lot of your posts that you even went to other countries like Hong Kong, was it Hong Kong or Macau to do a run or something, which is overseas.
Oh, that was we did it in Vietnam. Uh,
Vietnam.
yeah, Vietnam, and
Ah,
then
okay.
in January this year, I did a run in Germany.
Okay. Yeah. So I have a few pictures that Eugene has, and I'd like to share with you guys how Eugene is really a sports person. Okay. You don't mind I share them, huh?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay. So in here, you can see that Eugene here is also this is a Power Man, right?
Yes, this is Powerman. I think this
Yeah.
was 2012.
2012. Okay, this looks like Putrajaya.
Yes, it was held in Putrajaya.
I see. I see. Great, great. You also been in cycling a lot, cycling events a lot, like not just run or marathon, but in also
Yeah.
cycling and swimming also, right?
Yeah, very small. My preferred event is cycling. I prefer to cycle.
Ah, all right, all right, all right. So there's another picture here. I think this is from the same event because I can see that the shirts are I mean still the same, and
Yeah.
then okay, then this is another event here. So tell us more about this event. Can you tell us more
So
about this event?
this event, I remember this event very because this is the only time when I wore that polka dot jersey. This is the only one event I wore that polka dot jersey. This was part of the Port Dickson International Triathlon. This was probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah,
I
so
see.
so a triathlon is a swim, bike, and run event. So you have to do all three. So this was on the cycling part of it.
I see. So, yeah, guys, if you are watching currently, do help us to spread this event by sharing this video out to your friends to so that they can get more value out of this because later on Eugene will be sharing a lot of useful tips as an entrepreneur. So press the share button, help us to get this out for more people to benefit to enjoy. Okay, all right. So another question is, um, so can you share with us your journey as an entrepreneur?
Okay. I started this company probably about close to 7 years. I would say 6.5, maybe 6 and 3/4 years ago. So it was an idea that I had, that I thought that cyclists, because I was mainly a cyclist at that time, that we needed something that it was to keep the cyclists safer. So because our roads are not built to have a bicycle lane, or and the roads that have a bicycle or slash motorcycle lane are on the main highways, which are not allowed for bicycles. So whenever
Okay.
I go cycling, there's always times when I say, I tell my wife that, oh, I'm going out for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I should be back by that time. Let's say I leave at 8 o'clock. I should be back by 10:30. And sometimes when 11 o'clock rolls around, I'm not back yet, but I'm on the way back. And then she calls my phone. But then when she calls my phone and I'm cycling, I can't pick up the call. And so she gets worried and things like that. So after a while, I decided that I kind of figured out that I needed something to keep me a bit safer when I'm cycling. Besides having all the cycling equipment, the helmet, the gloves, things like that. So in case, because when I go out cycling, I don't take my wallet with me. So my IC is not there. There's nothing. I just have my phone, maybe a few ringgit for some snacks and drinks. So I decided that maybe I should carry some form of identification. So in the early days, it was just a piece of paper with my name and phone number, not my phone number, my wife's phone number. So I put it in a little
Emergency contact lah, right?
emergency contact. So I put it in together with my phone in a Ziploc bag. So
Okay.
so when I was cycling and did that. So after a while, because it's a piece of paper, you take it out, you put it back in, you take it out, you put it back in. It kind of becomes destroyed. It's cheap and easy, but then I need something a bit better, something a bit more eye-catching. Because if something does happen to me, how will they know that to look for that piece of paper? So I decided, maybe something you wear, like a necklace, or something on your wrist, like a bracelet kind of thing. Because I have a friend that has a bracelet that he wears that has some information because he has an allergy. So I thought, hey, maybe it's something similar, but try to make it, instead of a steel bracelet, I try to make it a bit more colorful, a bit more sporty, a bit more you can wear it anytime kind of thing. So that's why I came up with this bracelet called Lifeline-ID. It's not a new concept. I kind of pinched the idea from the military guys, because most of the military guys, they'll have a little tag that has their name and where what company they're from. So I took the same idea, more or less, just kind of change it a bit, and lo and behold, about 6.5 years ago, we came up with Lifeline-ID.
I see. Okay. So from this journey, from establishing Lifeline-ID till where you are today, can you share with us what are the obstacles that you have actually been through?
Oh, wow, there are plenty. First of all, the obstacle is marketing your product or service, in that sense, or marketing my product. So at the time when we started it, we basically I started it. It was a solopreneur. I was a solopreneur, just one-man show kind of thing. So built a website, decided, okay, we need to advertise because my background is in advertising. So my idea is we need to advertise so that people know about her. If you don't advertise, people won't know. There is only so many people I can tell about my product, and they can help me. That's only so I had to do some advertising, and at the time went online using social media to advertise a bit more here and there. And obviously that didn't get enough sales or revenue in at the start. So you have to find advertising avenues, not revenue, advertising avenues that are different from regular. So for me, then I decided to connect with athletes. So my idea was sort of endorsing an athlete to use my product. Right. So I knew some athletes, and so I approached them like, hey, would you want to use this product and throughout your training or throughout your competitions and things like that, I'll provide it for you, and all you in return, a little bit of promotion on your side for me lah.
I see. Okay. So maybe we'll take some time out from here to bring in something that that maybe will excite everyone here. So in here, today's video, today's show, there is actually a mystery lucky draw. So if how to win this is actually like the page, share this video. If you have already shared, that is it's good. Thank you very much. And comment free, FREE, free. We will actually send you a messenger. You check your messenger. Check your messenger. We will actually send you a form. Key in your details in there, and later on we will actually choose a random winner to announce a random winner at the end of the show. So be sure to stick to the end of the show, and when we reveal the winner, do come out and do comment again to claim that prize. So if let's say there's no one claiming it, then we will redraw again, and to see you are the winner. So in order to know that you are a winner, you have to share, you have to like, then you will be entitled of winning that mystery gift. And this mystery gift here today is actually sponsored by Lifeline-ID. Thank you very much. And yeah, so back to some questions about your entrepreneur journey is that what are your, I mean, what is important as an entrepreneur?
Oh, family is important as an entrepreneur. One of the most things, your family has to understand what you are doing and what you want to do and things that, and be able to support you in a time where if you're starting out, especially when you're starting out as an entrepreneur, I would say the first year is most crucial when you are starting something new, you're unsure of where this business is headed. Your family has to be able to support you mentally, spiritually, maybe even financially at a certain point in time, but they must be able to see your vision. You have to help them see your vision so that they are able to help you push your entrepreneurial journey forward. If there are obstacles that people do not, that they are not, how you say, not supportive of what you do, it's going to be very hard because you have to fight two sides. You have to fight your entrepreneur, your business journey, and the other side, the family side, which are not supportive. So I said the most important is you have to have support from your family, and then once you have that as support from your friends, support from your network, your people that you work with or people that you know, though these are a great place for you to get support, to get help, to get, because you're not the first entrepreneur. I'm not the first entrepreneur. There are other people who have gone through this journey before and they have done something similar to this. So they can maybe advise you, maybe can help you to figure out how to do it better, because maybe they have made the mistake already. You do not want to repeat those mistakes.
I see. As an entrepreneur, yeah, you are absolutely right on fighting two sides, the family and also juggling two sides with the family and also the businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what about on your when when you were marketing and also pitching your products to your clients, what were your initial obstacle or rejection that you faced? Can you share with us?
First first thing, they will always the rejection is always comes to in the Malaysian, for my experience, most of our Malaysian clients, it all comes down to price.
Price, okay.
Yeah, so they will want to have a better price, and a better price is it's up to you to decide what's a better price. So we would always have to work around a scenario or a situation where they would always try to get a better price, and we will always try to push the product at the price that you want. So when they and then the next obstacle most of the time is they will not say, I don't need this. It's nothing that I want, nothing new that I want to have for what they want to do lah. It's like, oh, I don't need this. It's not something I need, so I won't get it. Besides, it's too expensive. So that's the most common rejection I got initially.
I see. Okay. I noticed some here is that for the audience when you press free, you comment free, right? Go ahead to your Facebook Messenger, and check and fill in your details. Head to your Facebook Messenger and fill in your details, so that when we will actually pick the random winner from the Google form. So go to the form, put it, fill in your details, and we will choose the winner over there. All right. Okay. So Eugene, as I mean, for an entrepreneur, yeah, I know it is really a tough job, because as an entrepreneur, you are the boss, you are the CEO, you are also the coolie, you are also the delivery person, you are also the marketing person, you are also the salesperson. So it is really a tough job. How do you manage that in one day? What is your plan on organizing or scheduling your work in a day?
Oh, so usually earlier on when I started this, uh, daily, or I would do what I call a priority list, like what I need to do tomorrow. And for me, what I need to do today is usually due today. So it's what I need to do tomorrow or the next few days. So it's kind of a to-do list kind of thing with a deadline. Kind of list it out rather than just having it in your head. So if I list it out, write it down. I need to get advertising on this platform done. I need to make sure my product is stock is readily available. I need to make sure that my delivery is available. Everything, all the small things, I just need to list down and make sure I go through it one by one. And then sort in order of importance as well. So the most important thing is A. Second most important thing may be C, but B is not so important. You can put it to later. So you need to do a priority to-do list. That's what I could call it. Not just a to-do list, a priority to-do list. So once
Yeah.
that is available, you can see it and it's easily done, rather than you have all these ideas in your head because you're on this entrepreneurial journey that, oh, I want to do this. This will happen if I do it this way. And then I do it. Yes, those ideas are all great, but if you don't write it down, you will forget, and all the things that you need to do. And then sometimes the idea is there, but how you execute the idea is not there. So you need to strategize. You need to sit down and think, oh, I want to advertise to this group of people. How do I target this group of people? What is the best way to go about it? And in most cases, as an entrepreneur, is what is the cheapest way that you can reach those things? Because cost is also a very important factor in the business. You want to minimize your cost and obviously maximize your profit like any other business. So this one you need to kind of figure it out on your own. What is a priority to you? Like if I advertise to this segment of people, it might not be the same segment of people that somebody else advertised. So if you use their platform to advertise to that segment, it might not work. So you need to find out who's your target audience, who's your target market, and how to reach them. Those are important things. So basically, when I started, it's just a priority to-do list. Now, 7 years or almost 7 years down the line, I know what I need to do daily. I know what I need to do for the next few days, and things like that, and future plan. It's kind of after a while what you need to do already, but you have to list it out first.
All right. So I think today we have learned a lot of tips from Eugene as being an entrepreneur. So maybe Eugene, show us what Lifeline ID is actually about.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'll pass the floor to you. Show us what is Lifeline ID is. Okay. All right.
Right. So Lifeline-ID basically is a sports. I would call it a sports and medical identification bracelet. What do I mean by identification bracelet? I mean by it has identification. It has information on the bracelet that is engraved with your name and emergency details. Right. So a Lifeline ID is something when, in case of an emergency, you are unconscious, you are unable to speak, and it can help you in an emergency situation. So a lot of people have asked me, when you get a medical ID, why do you need a medical ID? So the first is the why, is the main thing. It speaks on your behalf in case of an emergency when you are unable to do so. So if you are, let's take a sports scenario. If you are running and you're in a race, and suddenly you pass out from overexertion, nobody pushed you, you just run, and you pengsan. Basically, you fainted out of exertion. So when people come and help you, they don't know you. If you are training or things that they don't know you, so the information on the ID will be able to let them know that, oh, I need to call this number to let the emergency contact know that something has happened. Do you understand? So in let's just say, Ethan, you've gone for a run, and because of MCO, the first 2 months, since then you cannot go out, cannot do anything. But recently you are able to start running again. So basically, 6 weeks of not having much exercise, and you say, "Oh, I'll go run," but because the fitness level is not there, we are at home sitting down most of the time, and then you go and run, and because of that, you faint. Then somebody can help you with the information on the ID. Now, this is a situation where you are training on your own. Let's put another situation. Let's say you are in an accident. In an accident, and it's not a bad accident. You are not unconscious. You are not anything, but the shock of the accident. You just like people ask you, what's your name? You cannot answer because the shock of the accident is still with you. So with the ID, they know your name, they know who you are, things like that. Now let's take the flip side of it. If there is a bad accident, you are bleeding, you are unconscious, things like that, the ambulance has arrived. And if it's a bad accident, usually there's a lot of chaos going on. So if you're wearing an ID, they will be able to know, if you put in what blood type you are, they'll be able to know what blood type to give you if there is a need. And also if there is a situation where you are allergic to medicine or something like that. Some people are allergic to certain types of painkillers. So if you're in pain because of an accident and they give you a painkiller and you're allergic to it, it can lead to a harmful medical error, that's what I call it. And then who should wear one? If you have any medical conditions on this list that you can see, Alzheimer's, blood disorders, you're on long-term medication like blood thinners, you have diabetes, dementia. Like I said earlier, maybe you have a drug allergy, you're allergic to penicillin, you're allergic to constant, you're allergic to sulfur. Then there is a possibility that someone will give you a wrong medication. This is a good thing. So if you have a pacemaker installed in your heart, if you have a condition that you are unable to see, your what we call legally blind. You can still see, but you cannot really see much. Maybe you want to wear something like that, that can have, so it's not fully 100% cannot see anything, but you are not able to see clearly. Everything's blurred.
I see. Okay.
So, and things like transplant patients, people that have received transplants, organ transplants, they usually are on medication for life. So it's good to have a bracelet with those you're on, saying that you're on these medications. If something happens to you, the paramedics, the people at the hospital, they know what to do. If you're unconscious, obviously. Right?
Okay, all right.
Um, what should be on the ID? So what I always advise my clients or purchasers of my product, most important thing that you want to put in is your name and your emergency contact. Emergency contact means who should I call if something happens to you? Right. So
Yes.
those are the most important things. Then everything else, because there is a lot of space on the ID, that you can put quite a fair bit of things. If you have
How
any
many
allergy,
how many lines can they put, or how many characters can they put in one in the ID?
okay, so we have two kinds. One is a bigger one and one is a smaller one. For the big one, there is 6 lines, and for the smaller one, there's 4 lines. And each lines, there is 25 spaces. So you can put 25 characters on it, including the spaces.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's a lot of space so that you can put in. So the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
important, like I said, is always name and emergency contact. So if you have a drug allergy, so it will be your name, your emergency contact, and then allergic to penicillin, something like that. And
All
then
right.
if
All
you
right.
know your blood type, you can put your blood type. Blood type O positive, A positive, or B negative, things like that. Whatever that you know, you must always think of what you should put on the ID is in an emergency, what is uh, important for people to know.
Mm.
So let's just say you have high cholesterol. In an emergency situation, maybe that's not such a great, not such an important thing to put down. Because that's a condition that you need to exercise, you need to take medication. But maybe you want to put what medication it is that you're taking for the high cholesterol, rather than saying high cholesterol, because
Okay.
some medicines will react with other medicines. So maybe that's a better thing to put on the ID.
Okay.
Okay, and then just some examples. How often have we heard this on news, in social media? You can see an old man that is out, lost his way, doesn't remember, or in case of an accident, or a young child does not know does not know the phone number of the parents and things like that. I mean, nowadays when everything is stored in the phone, how many phone numbers do you actually remember? You only remember probably your own phone number.
Mm.
Other people's phone number is all stored in your phone. There's no need or there's no requirement for you to remember it. So a lot of kids will not remember their parents or their uncle or whoever they need to call, their phone number. So maybe having this one, having an ID bracelet will be a good idea for people like those.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So and then when can you wear it? So you can wear it anytime. We always suggest that you wear it all the time if you want. From the time you leave the house to the time you come back home. That's the best time. During exercise, going to work in your office, kids, you're swimming. We've got clients that have gone for the Hajj pilgrimage, or they've gone for Umrah. They also wear it when they go for those things as well. So it's because in an accident can happen at any time, which you do not know. So it's good to have something like this on hand with you if something bad, if an accident should happen and you're unable to speak. So if you've gone for a hike, if you're doing a big sporting event like Ironman, an Ironman is a long, long, long race. You have to swim almost 4 kilometers. You have to cycle 180 kilometers and then run 42 kilometers all in one day. So if you see the timing on the Ironman, just below the Ironman side there, it says 14:03. 14:03 means 14 hours 03 minutes. So that person that crossed the finish line has been racing, has been swimming, has been cycling, has been running for 14 hours. So anything can happen in those 14 hours. Yeah. So because it's a sports event, there is and anything happen. You can fall off your bike, you can faint from exertion, you can get heat stroke, especially in Malaysia when it's so hot. You are not hydrated properly. You drink and then you just pingsan, you just fall over. You know. Like I said, like you said earlier, that we've got some national athletes using our products. So these are one of them. We have Cindy Yap. She is the Malaysian women's high jump record holder. So you can see, if I use my mouse, you can see that you can see it right there, that she's wearing an ID. Yep.
Yeah.
In competition also. So this is one of the national athletes that we support as well. We've been featured on Running Malaysia magazine and also cycling events. If you know cycling, you will know that the yellow jersey behind here is the yellow jersey of the Tour de France. So we've been featured. Yes. So the Tour de France is the biggest cycling event in the world. Yeah. So these are some of the events that we have been to. Not only sports events, recreational events, recreational activities like scuba diving. You can see that one right there. And, this person took a picture specifically showing the ID. So yes, even scuba diving, you can wear a Lifeline-ID. And the material made, Lifeline-ID is silicone rubber and also stainless steel. So it's no problem with salt water. We've got some of us that's gone to Everest, or should I say Everest Base Camp. So they sent us this picture that the ID is, it can withstand the temperatures so cold as close to Everest Base Camp. So yes, there's the picture right behind there is, we were lucky, or the climber was lucky that it was a very clear day that was Everest and could take a picture. So we've been also featured in the magazines, and so this person, this reviewer says he's an ultra marathon finisher. An ultra marathoner is someone who runs running events that are more than 42 kilometers long. 42 is a marathon. Anything more than that, it's called an ultra marathon. So if you run a 50 km or 100 km, it's called an ultra marathon. So this guy Azrul, he's a multiple 100 km ultra marathon finisher. So he has an ID with him as well.
Nice.
Also, I want to show you that also, because of the ID, it also works. There's a testimonial from this guy. He posted it on his Facebook not too long ago. I believe it's a couple of years back. So if you can read what it says on the screen there, it says, celebrated my Nike rerun in the hospital this time. Collapsed in the last 700 meters. Could have been placing third if I slow down, but I didn't. So he was pushing really hard. No. Then he says, for the first time, bring to hospital halfway during the race. Thanks to Lifeline-ID and thanks to the person, Sabrina, who helped him, he's able to call Dad with the phone number on the ID. And then now he is a tower runner. He has climbed the Eiffel Tower, which took him only 9 minutes and 49 seconds. And he is Asia's #1 and the world #2 tower runner.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and this second testimonial, this is just not even a national athlete, this is just a normal person, and he was cycling. What is circled there, it says that he was cycling, and then he crashed, and he was unconscious. But when he woke up from his unconscious state, he couldn't remember anything. So they took him to the hospital, and he got admitted to the hospital and treatment, all with information on his ID. And then, so if it can be a lifesaver if any of these situations happen, allergic to a bee sting, too much sugar if the person is diabetic or in an accident, then any of these activities and more, you can use a Lifeline ID. I'll show you some of the IDs, if you can see right here. I'll move back.
Lots of colors.
Lots of colors to suit your outfit. You know, these are all the single colors. These are the ones with a little bit of multi-colors. We have one in the rainbow. We have one military style green camo. We have one that has motivational quotes on it. Says, "Don't give up. You know, put your best foot forward." Things like that. Different kinds, different colors. They all have a steel clasp, so it's a double sided with a spring. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and also we have some that are just a loop that you can just attach in. Simple to wear and comfortable as well. If we can go back to the slide, I'll show you some yes. So you can see some of my clients, they've put some examples of what to put. So chemopod, right? No BP left arm. So when they say no BP left arm, that means if they go to a hospital and the nurse needs to take a blood pressure, they will not be able to get a reading from the left arm. So they can take it from the right arm. Then the second one is, my name is, obviously it's covered for privacy issues. If I appear lost or distressed, you can call this number. So this person was probably an Alzheimer's patient. So they got the person to wear one. So it's safer for them if they are lost, they don't remember where they are from. You know? And most recently also, it's been used by our frontliners. You can see here, right here on her wrist, attached to her watch, she is using one as well. So even frontliners during this period use it, and they think it's a good idea for them to have that as well. So basically that's about it. I mean, anybody has any questions they would like to ask, I'm happy to answer them.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, put it down below. Comment any questions. If what to put in, you know, what are your questions? You can just put it. And I have a question: is that which model is better?
They're all good. It's just that's what I tell all my clients. There is no better. They all work the same. It's your preference of what style you like and what kind of closure would you like. What kind of clasp would you like? One that is kind of a button and a slip in, or would you like one that is with the metal clasp, like a watch kind of thing? So they're all basically only these two designs, and because it's made of silicone rubber, it's very comfortable, and the size is cut to fit, so it will only fit your wrist size. One of them is adjustable, the other one is cut to fit, so it will fit you, I would say 99% perfect. They're all the same.
What is the minimum age for children to fit on their wrists?
So for children, we would suggest that preferably they'll be about 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old, then they can start wearing one already.
Yeah, actually speaking of children, I think children are even they need this even more, because you see, there is always, when you go shopping, then the PA will sound, siapa budak ini,
Yes,
please come
correct,
and collect
correct,
this kid,
correct.
For children, I think they should just put their parents' number in there, because
Yes,
I personally have encountered a lot of children getting lost in shopping centers. Then the PA will sound to ask the parents to come collect their kids. For children, it's also a very good idea to market this to children. So if
yes.
let's say parents out there who are watching this Lifeline ID is your children actually needs it very much. If you go shopping and sometimes you feel there's sales coming in, and your children saw a toy and they went to the toy section, and later you can't find them, you get nervous. So this product can actually help you, can actually help save your children and save a life. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so what about another question is, what about privacy of my personal info on the tag?
Okay, so my advice to people who are interested to buy, like I've said earlier, the most important thing is your name and emergency contact if something happens to you. Everything else is optional. Everything else is optional. If you want to put your IC number down, that's entirely up to you. If you want to put your address down, again, that's entirely up to you. You want to put your blood type, if you know your blood type, medical conditions, so things like that. Privacy is, what level of privacy do you want? It's on your up to you what you want to put. You can just put a phone number without having a name beside it, and people just know a phone number. So for Ethan, let's say you get one, and you can put there just your name, Ethan, and then your emergency contact. So just 2 lines, a phone and their phone number. I will always suggest a second phone number just in case the first phone number doesn't pick up. So Ethan, and then 1 phone number and a second phone number. That's all. So in that sense, privacy is maintained. There is nobody's name, nobody's IC number, things like that. But if you do want to put your IC number, you can. That's entirely up to you.
I see. What if I want to change my info?
You can just contact us. You can just our contact information is on our website, and you can just buy the metal plate. You can buy just the metal plate, this piece here, and then you can just slip it out and put the new one in. So if the number changes, any information changes, if you move from KL and you move to Penang, you're no longer a KL resident but a Penang resident, you can just contact us. You can just purchase that piece instead of buying a new one. But if you want to change color, then you buy a new one. That's okay.
I see. All right. And okay. Any questions from the viewers here? So if not, I think we can go for the next wrap up and go for the next. And also for the viewers here today, I just forgot. For the viewers here today, if let's say you are interested in this Lifeline ID, in this product, Eugene here today has a special offer in special promo.
Yep. So we have a special promo. If you go ahead to our website, www.lifeline-id.com, and key in the promo code of SME GROW, you get 20% off any model that's in stock, obviously. So it's valid until 26th of May. So you can still share this video out tomorrow or day after to your friends, and they see it and they get this promo code. It's valid until the 26th of May. You can get 20% off any of the Lifeline IDs, any model.
Okay. Great. So if you guys are interested, head straight to the website, get it. It's not now. It's valid until 26th of May. It's valid until 26th of May. 20% off from this one. Get one for your mom, one for your dad, for your sister, for your children. You know, see who can benefit from this one. Get for them. It actually saves life literally. You know, if there is emergency happen. Okay, so Eugene, do you have anything more to share with us? If not, then we can just wrap up.
I'd just like to thank you for having me on this show. Very much obliged that you gave me a call and we can do this.
All right. Oh yeah. Sorry. there is. We haven't announced the winner. We haven't
Oh
announced the winner.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I haven't announced the winner. Okay. So I'll do a random pick here. So who do you think will be the winner? Okay. Is Brian who? Is Brian who on the floor?
Brian who? Congratulations, Brian.
Is Brian here? Sometimes there's a bit of a lag. There's a bit of a lag, so sometimes their side. Is Brian who here? Brian who is the winner? Okay. We have Brian who responded, and yeah. So we will be contacting you shortly. Lifeline-ID will be contacting you shortly to arrange the delivery to you. Just head over to the website for the viewers here. Head over to the website, check it out. If you like it, get it. Support local businesses. And this is what the whole video, the whole show is about. Supporting SMEs. All right. So we will see you on the next video. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.